New series alert. We're here with Super Mega Baseball 3. Probably not what you expected, but you know what? I'm here, alright? And it's going to have a bit of a twist. It's going to be a whole series. We're going to run it on franchise mode, custom. I've already set up the league. No custom teams or anything, just so we can simulate games so we don't have to sit through the schlock. But here we go. We're going to be running it on, let's see. Wanted to use the worst team on here. This is just random teams. The Gibbons, Monkey, apes together strong. So we're going to kill it with them, obviously. We're going to run 16 games per season because there's going to be a catch, 9 innings. We'll do 5 games and 8 playoff teams just for more fun. So let's get that loading in. And basically what this means is we're going to be running it. If you see here, we're on 0 ego, and ego is the difficulty scaling. So right here, you can do anything from 1 to 100. And so we're going to start on 1. And every time we win a season, or just go through it, we'll add 10. So we're going to go up. And then another rule is once we hit 50 hard, we're going to actually toggle a different one and go from here. Oops. And you can go up by 10 on batting, base running. I actually don't know what the hell that is. And fielding. This is probably pitching now that I think about it. Yeah, that's a baseball. Someone send help. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to run. And then each time we'll just throw it up on 10. So once we get it past 50, it's going to be a little bit more of a grind. But that should make it so that we get a bunch of more seasons and whatnot. And it should just be fun. So let's get into our first game. Skip all that bullshit. I don't care. But yeah. Oh, I needed to make sure I change my ego back. But yeah, the first one seasons are just going to be dumb easy. We're just going to slap them. It won't even be close. And honestly, I'll probably just sim to get to playoffs. But each episode is probably going to be a season until we get to a bit of a harder spot. Yeah, this is the team. We are not good at hitting. I don't know if I can still look at that. Yeah, look, we get no power, we get no contact, we get speed, defense, nothing. We are not a good team. But the cool part is not player development, sign and release. We have a lot of money to work with upping our team. And so after this first game, I'll probably look into adding some new people to our roster. We'll go over that. But this first episode is just going to be all about this first season. We're going to go through it all. I'll make it pretty snappy for you all so you don't have to sit through a bunch of just slog. It's going to be pretty easy, but I'll show off some cool fucking home runs just to show them as we slap this shit out of them. First game ended up going as expected. We ended up winning something like 65-0. In the 7th inning, I really picked things up, learned how to play the game like I wasn't a retard. Hit 17 home runs in 1 inning. Shit went on forever, but really easy. Nothing really struggled with. Also pitching. Picked it up pretty quick. Remembered you could do the power throw and everything. Ended up throwing a perfect game. If you didn't know, perfect game means no one ever reached base through walk, hit by pitch, air, hit, anything like that. So obviously 0 difficulty is not a challenge at all. It's really simple. And so the rest of the season, I'm just going to end up simming. And so after beating the Night Warriors by like 60 points, we win to... So after beating the Night Warriors by about like 60 points, we ended up going 10-6 on the season. Not the best record, but we did do the best in our division. But I think like 2 other teams did play better than us. But we also had the best run differential. So still the best team. And we would end up having to face our division rival, the Cockatoos, who had the same record, but we had more run differential. So we ended up getting the divisional spot, not the wild card. And in that series, it was a best of 5. We end up taking the first one 5-1. They take the next one 4-3. We take it back 6-3, and then they tie it up 4-2. Going into the final game, obviously not wanting to lose, I played that one and beat them 16-1. I think I played like 1 or 2 innings before just simming it. So it was really no challenge. I mean, we're on easy. It's really just nothing. And so we would go on to face the War Wagons, who were, I think, 11-5 on the season. They beat the Finches 3-2. So close series there. And we would beat them in game 1, 7-4. They would come back, beat us 2-0. We would go beat them 5-4. And then they would slap the shit out of us 18-2, so I'd have to really come back and beat them down 32-3. I think I put like 20-something, 25 points in the first inning, and it was just over. So now we advance to the finals. We come up against the number 1 seeded Neck Turners, who did pretty well. I think they went 11-5 too. They were okay in the playoffs, and they ended up beating us twice in a row. So we came down to the elimination game immediately. They beat us 9-6, 7-2. And then, of course, I had to play all 3 games, which kind of sucked. Beat them 31-2, 22-5, 33-5. I only played like 3 innings max of those games. Even though they're the best team in probably the whole thing, they gave us the most challenge since we lost 2 in a row. It was really nothing once I started playing. I mean, easy difficulties, just easy all around, no struggling at all. And so we got our first ring in our 10-6 season. Not the best season ever, but we did make a few changes before the playoffs. Let me check. We would add a new catcher, Aaron Klein. We would get a shortstop, second base, Neil Bass. And finally signing Giles McGuire, a new outfield prospect for us, who's a pretty strong player. He's also just 31. So it should be good for us. I think we've maintained him over the offseason too, so we don't even have to worry about repaying him. But yeah, that's really all it for Season 1. Really simple season all around, and we're just going to move to the offseason now. And yeah, before I get to the outro and just what I already have pre-recorded, I did want to introduce a little new segment to go along with this series, and that would be the regular season MVP and playoff MVP of my team. There is a leaderboard and everything, but things don't always really add up. And I looked at more advanced stats during the games and whatnot to see exactly what, because they do go very detailed into stats, so I didn't even have to figure them out really. And I'm going to be giving Dorian Wishwash, or the Dishwasher, the regular season MVP, and London Skinner, our third baseman, who we added pretty early into the season, maybe a couple games, the playoff MVP. It was between her and the Dishwasher for the playoff MVP, but she had less at-bats and more home runs, more RBIs, better batting average, better on-base percentage, better slugging, better OPS, a few less runs and whatnot, but that's kind of expected given that she just had less plate appearances, at-bats, kind of everything. I think she played 2 less games, so for her to have just more contributions in some of the stats that really matter, like OPS, on-base percentage, home runs, stuff like that, I really think she deserves it. And yeah, those are going to be our picks. Dishwasher, regular season MVP, and London Skinner, the playoff MVP. Excited to see what happens next year with the season, and we don't lose any of those players in the offseason, because I definitely want to bring back my MVPs, because, hey, they're part of this team, and we got to keep them there. All right, they finally got me out. I did put 25 points on them, so that's it. That's the third game. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate. I don't see us losing this. It would be hilarious if we did, though. Oh, shit, we even put more. So, yeah, this is it. Pretty close all around, though. Like, we win, lose, and we absolutely slap the shit out of them. We win, lose, absolutely slap the shit. This one really sucked. We lose, and then we just have to absolutely beat the shit out of them. But, I mean, it's easy. There's nothing really to it. We get our championship ring. And, yeah, we're going to do the off-season. I think I'm going to do the off-season for the next season. So I'm going to go ahead and start off-season. We can see after playoff ends, all this stuff going into it. So, yeah, it would be cool to get into that. I think there is negotiations, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode, and we're going to see you all for Season 2, and that's when I'll add the ego to going to number 10. Hopefully we're not, well, no, we're still going to blow them out. It's going to be fucking beat down every game still. Probably will be until about probably 60 or 70, but it's pretty far. We can just have fun now, get shit going. Yeah, appreciate hearing from you all. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.